Welcome back, everybody. It's Mandy with Hope Designs, and I just had this like harebrained idea to do some soft pastel kind of opaly looking coasters with a bright iridescent gold cell activator. So using the bloom recipe, and the first color I put down was Pixie Dust from Colourarte, and then Interference Gold, and this is Firefly from Colourarte. Little more Pixie Dust. Oh, you know what? That was actually Naples Yellow from Amsterdam. And then the bright iridescent gold is Golden Heavy Body. And it's a cell activator made with Golden Heavy Body and Australian Floetrol. To me, these kind of look like a sunflower. Sorry about my head. And I like them. They're hard to photograph, but when you look up close, they just have really pretty lacing. And they're very soft and delicate looking. So I usually go for bold and bright. But doing all these pastel coasters right before our last market day, I just decided to look at some variations of some of the colors I had done. I was like, what if we were to do gold or even white cell activator? Now, when I blew that out in the middle to try to break up that cell activator, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just left it alone because it kind of created wonky cells instead of just leaving them the way they were. I ended up still resining it, and these coasters actually have been resined, and I just need to sand the bottom of them. They're not perfect, but I still think they turned out pretty, and I didn't think that was enough to scrape them since it's just a tile. If it had been a canvas, I probably would have scraped it, but I think we end up doing one more. But yeah, I ended up doing one set that was sort of I used the, I guess it's the Persian Rose from Amsterdam, and then I used Sunset Glow from Colourarte. So they were sort of peach looking. I think I recorded that. So I'm not sure if it's going to be uploaded before this one or not. So once again, we have the Naples Yellow down first. Then Pixie Dust. But with those, I did a similar thing to this, and they're just like a very soft, peachy, opaly color with the golds lacing. Really like them. They're very pretty. I did something similar with the Shy Rose. They look very similar. So I just, was playing around. I already had a bunch of stuff mixed up. So I was just kind of playing around. And I think these look very like flowery, especially when we blow out the little petals like that. But tiles are fun to experiment on different colors and do something that you wouldn't normally do. And that's one thing I have found, like the lacing is so beautiful right there in the middle. So one thing I found as an artist is sometimes you have to, especially if you're going to be creating stuff for an event, you sometimes have to create something that's a little bit different than your normal taste, because if I were to only go by my normal taste, things would look very similar all the time. And everyone's taste is different. And there's things sometimes that I record and I think that's hideous. I don't even think I'm going to upload that on YouTube. I'll try to sell these just to recoup the cost of the resin or whatever the case is. And someone will like pick it up and look at it and be like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And I'm like, really? So it just goes to show you that not everybody sees things the same way. I think this one turned out a lot better. There was a place where the lacing sort of broke up. Not entirely, but just really soft and beautiful. I think they turned out fun. Now you could use a darker gold and like mute the boldness of the gold, but I happen to really like the bright iridescent gold. So that wouldn't be my preference. Now here I'm running out of this Naples yellow, so I have to really maximize some usage. Pixie dust, interference gold again. I don't know if I did gold sparkle or not. I don't remember. Firefly. More Naples yellow. And then here we go. I put that Naples yellow underneath the cell activator to give the cell activator a little bit more structure. It's a little bit easier for your cell activator to kind of hold on to a thicker body paint than a pigment. It still can hold on to a pigment. It's just, generally speaking, you're going to have a little bit, it's, you know, the paint is usually a little bit thicker, so it just tends to work a little bit better. But we weren't looking for tight little cells. We were looking for very gentle lacing in this. So I'm pretty sure this is the last one I'm doing with you guys. The other one I probably did off camera or did later. And all of these I always finish with resin, which just makes the shimmer and the shine that much better. I also put cork backs on them after I sand the drips off the tile. And eventually they'll be on our Etsy shop available for purchase. I'm getting better about that. I know if you follow our channel, you know I usually tell you that I'm terrible about putting things on Etsy, but I'm pledging to do better. If you're not a subscriber, we would love for you to join us. Hit that notification bell. You can follow us on social media if you don't already. And our Etsy shop is listed below. And thanks so much for watching. Take care.